million AG, 5 million UC vouchers, and $150,000 for you to take home. Here's the steps to win the prizes. Step 1. Guess the champion. With 10 million AG and 1 million UC vouchers at stake, guess who will be the PMGC Finals champion before January 21st. To those players that answer correctly, they will divide the prize pool evenly. Step 2. Daily guess winner chicken dinner and top 3 ranking. With 10 million AG and 1 million UC voucher prize pool each day, guess which teams will win the chicken dinner and the top 3 rankings. As it was in Step 1, to those players that answer correctly, they will divide the prize pool evenly. Last but not least, if you guess everything correctly, you're now in the $150,000 prize pool. The prize pool will be distributed accordingly to the amount of winners. For example, one winner can take away $150,000. With 2 winners, the prize pool is split into $75,000 per person. And if there are more than 100 players in the prize pool, we will select 100 players and give away $1,500 per person. What are you waiting for? Join now and make the million reward guess.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020 Finals, brought to you by PUBG Corporation, Tencent Games, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios. We'd like to thank our sponsors as well, Qualcomm Technologies, OnePlus, as well as Mountain Dew for sponsoring our event today. We're your casters for today. My name is Fergla. I'm joined at the desk with none other than the legendary man himself, Icy Baby 12. How are you, Icy Baby?
I'm feeling good here after seeing that amazing game from Airwolf here. Not gonna lie as well here, I'm on the same boat with Jason Kaplan here. He did make a video on social media as well. He did say no one, none of us actually kind of expected Airwolf to actually pull it off. Like, Airwolf has been sitting on the radar for quite some time, and they came in for a win here. It looked a little bit shaky initially, but you know, there is a reason why the teams are here in the PMCG. Of course, shout out to the amazing casters here from all around the world who's pretty much on the sides here, watching as well, showing their support here, giving their input from time. Again, I love you guys here. Thanks guys so much here. Shout out to Jason Kaplan, Podju, Imperium, John Allen, Blanks, of course, Maxman and 7 War Gaming here, who's been supporting the event all the way through here. You guys have been amazing. I've been stalking the way through. Love the input so far in there. So I'm going to be passing some of the message towards you guys who's watching at home as well to enjoy this event. However, ladies and gentlemen here, without further ado, he's going to be jumping straight into his game 2 for day number 4, the PMGC 2020 here, where the best of best are going to be competing for that number 1 spot. Now, my question here, can Airwolf do the miracle run? 7 more games to go here. They've got their first chicken dinner to set the tempo. Is it possible for them to actually shoot themselves all the way towards number 1 slot? Because as of now, on track record, the number 1 team with the highest amount of points gained in 8 games thus far is held currently by Zeus Esports, which is 134 points in 8 games in total, okay? And shout out to Imperium for this amazing stats. He was the one that provided me with the stats here on his social media. 134 points in 8 games. Is it possible for Airwolf to pull it off here, Sir Cloud?
I don't know. It sounds like a Cinderella story to me if they ever pull it off. But even if they can get, assuming that they can get an average of 20 points per round all the way up to the last game, I don't think they can get first spot, because we must also remember that the teams on top as well, they will gain points as well. So the maximum that they can get, assuming that is 20 points, is 140 points in total with the last remaining 7 games. We must also remember that the teams on top, they also shoot their points up as well. I don't think it will be enough to actually catch the first spot. But, of course, Icy Baby, if they're able to climb on the charts, means that they can earn more prize money as well. So, irregardless, it's always good to actually climb on the charts. You get better recognition, you get more money. So, that's motivation enough for anyone.
Yeah, coming to day 4 here, Nova SQF finishing with the top 2, taking the number 1 spot momentarily away from Zeus Esports as well as 4AM. This is going to be a big win for them here, but can they keep up with lead here? Because I'm a little bit worried here, especially coming from 4AM as also Zeus Esports. They were in prime position to take the lead all the way through from all 3 days, and that first game just now was a huge mess here, especially coming from 4AM and Zeus Esports, because they were caught in the crosshairs with so many people that they could not make it out alive here, especially for 4AM. He kind of struggled a little bit more, but there was one point I actually want to bring out was that 4AM's usual rotation was actually copied by Aerowolf to take that win here. If you guys notice from the way they played in Weekendy, they usually rotate along the sides here and swing far away from the circle before making the rotation here. And Aerowolf in that previous match did exactly just that. So I'm looking forward to see can they go back to their usual strat. However, right now on screen, we do see a couple of skirmishes coming in from Erupt Slayers and also XPR Nova here. Jimmy is actually getting hunted down here, and Jimmy, he's going to try and hold up in a small crack along the cliffs here. Will he get scouted out? Because as of now, Erupt Slayers, they are on the hunt here. This is not going to be an easy one here, Cloud.
Not at all, not at all. I'm not sure how Jimmy is going to get away from this. He only has about 40% of health, and his buddies are nowhere to be seen, at least from the minimap. So not too sure what the strategy is, and Leon is actually going in for the kill here. They're going in for the hunt. I think Jimmy is not going to make it out of this. Very unlikely. Now we do see a glimpse of his buddies here giving cover fire, but unfortunately it's just going to be too late. And Jimmy is going to be the first one to be out of this round. Leon getting the first split, and all King can and all they can do is just look and, well, I guess they just need to rotate away, I guess.
Yeah. Looking to pick up a little bit more fight in this regard as well. They know that Nova wants to try and loot up those utilities away from Jimmy, but Jimmy is pretty much going to be the sacrificial pawn in this regard here. There's no way Nova SQF is going to be able to compete and going for the save here, considering how it is going to be spread out for some, how spread out they are, considering how this early of the game here, especially in the map of Miramar. It's only been 4 minutes into the game, and Abrupt Slayers, they are already on the hunt here. So SQF Nova, they've got to do this one without Jimmy Boy here. And well, fortunately for them, they still have Order and Paraboy, so that's going to be something that, you know, I'm looking forward to see here, because they are definitely have to pull it off without Jimmy. And we've seen it a couple of times. They kind of made it in the top 4, top 5 position here, but can't. In this game, looks like they are going to be handicapped here. Will they be able to defend against the top spot? Because as of now, on the circle here, we can see it is going to be favoring somewhere in the vicinities of Los Leonas. And I'm looking forward to see some urban warfare in the maps of in the vicinities of Los Leonas. And it's not easy to play here. And guess what? The two teams that is going to be in there is going to be Kanina Power as well as A1 Esports. And being first to the scene here, is it a great plan coming from them here? Because we might see a huge cluster of teams actually swarm up on them later on when the circle starts to close here, Circle Out.
See, especially if the circle actually goes towards Los Leones, where it's going to be a compound fight, things are going to slow down as the players actually pick their own compound. So it's normally going to be that way, and then you will see a bunch of teams actually really close to each other, but nobody's going to budge except the circle forces them to move. So I personally am not a fan of compound warfare or big compound warfare towards the end, because I think it slows down the game. I prefer an open fight, but if it's decided by the circle god, it is what it is. So far, 2 teams at least, they are making the guess that okay, it's probably going to be there, so they are taking their own compound within Los Leones. For the other teams, they're still making their rotation. We are still at the first circle, so it can still shift at anywhere. So this team, some of them, they may play for a high ground, which some of these teams may prefer to play, but for teams that prefer to play in the urban warfare, I guess you can already see that there are already 2 teams right there, and they probably know the geography or the urban area like the back of their hand.
Yeah, we might see a repeat history coming from the final game from yesterday's match as well in Yasnaya, considering that 4AM did really some dirty jobs here in yesterday's performance alongside with A1 on top of that. So I'm looking forward to see, are we going to see Konina Power and also A1 do exactly that if the circle falls to do so here as Los Leonas, as considering that Los Leonas is a bigger town to actually control. It's not exactly the easiest play to make here, but as you can see, every single team are slowly making their way here to try and huddle their way into the next phase of the zone. But a little bit late here, it's going to be 4AM. Pay attention to the map here, as 4AM is going to be tanking the zone for Toria Nada. So it's like 4AM is going to be playing their usual play strats here. Very similar to how they rotate from Vikendi as well, which is going to be playing in late, possibly in the first 4 circles before actually running into the next phase zone. So that is going to be all of these teams who may or may not are going to be predicting to try and follow 4AM's trail, which we saw a couple of social medias as well. BTR did mention they will kind of want to learn from 4AM a little bit more here. Circle out.
Yeah, we did see that tweet coming in from Zaxi, I believe, that if you manage to get a knock onto any team members of 4M, don't end them. You just follow wherever they go. So yeah, that was quite an interesting tweet there coming in from Zaxi. But oh, check this out. Luke from Footballers managed to get a knock onto Matt Toy from Team Secret with a toss of a nade somewhere. And now Navi, they are still taking out the zone. They are going to rotate in a little bit later. But Luke is all alone here. His buddies are way behind. And now we can see that Solte has been knocked down and Luke is all alone on top. But back up, he said Yuhai managed to get a knockdown to Nova Zin. And now it's between Team Secret and Footballers.
Oh, just like that, Team Secret, they lost 2 members in the process. It's pretty much now Yuhai and Aisha is going for the fire. This is going to be a rematch between Team Secret and also Footballers. Can Yuhai going for the clutch here? He managed to finish off Footballers again! Yuhai, oh, baby! That is 2-0. Team Secret shuts off Footballers not once, but 2 times in a row. However, they're not in the clear yet because right now 4AM is looking for this fight. As Team Secret, they are under some serious heavy fire because 33 Sven here is looking to get some amazing kills. At Team Secret, they have no choice but to sacrifice Rex in the process here. Just like that, 4AM goes in for the sweep. They take all their loot right there here, Sir Cloud.
Wow, that tapping there from Sven, he almost wiped out the entire Team Secret. iShots managed to get away at the last second. He was trying to revive his buddies, but unfortunately he could not with the pressure coming in from Sven from the other side. And the movement from Hasaki and the rest of 4AM is just so fast that they move in to pick up the loot that's left. Wow, we can see that their coordination, their timing is just great. Considering that they are outside the zone, they have to take out the blue, they cannot waste any time because you don't want to end up using your utilities just to take out the blue and not have anything towards the later stages of the game. So, wow, what I can say, a third party long range shot coming in from Sven, that's amazing in there. Now Cosmos, oh my goodness, long range shot coming in from Cosmos, ready to get the knockdown to Order now. Probably it's not going to be good news for him.
Yeah, you know, speaking how losing Chibi rather early as well. Now with Order, one of the star players actually get destroyed here. This is not looking good for them here. Because as of now, they are going to be putting their stops here as Cosmos is going to take advantage of that high ground here. We've seen moments and brilliance coming from Cosmos from time and time again. But still, Sir Cloud, I gotta bring this up once again here. Not once, but twice, Team Secret was able to wipe out Footballers all by themselves in the process of the gunfight, and both times were clutched by Yu Hai Boy. It's an insane clutch. Like yesterday, we saw him go for the quad kill, and this time he managed to clear things out for the team with 1 HP taking out Footballers. But unfortunately, 4AM, they had to be the party pooper, man.
Yeah, they had to be the party pooper. But yeah, so it's twice. Yesterday was in Irango, if I'm not mistaken. He actually did that against Footballers. What an amazing kid this is, I can say. Him single-handedly really helping out his team and actually clutching it out. So him being able to do it again twice, well, that just shows that it's not about luck. It's all about skill. And at the same time, being pressured by the blue zone as well. So imagine this, playing at the biggest biggest stage in the world for PUBG Mobile series. Playing against football is one of the best teams in the world. For playing with the pressure of the blue zone, my goodness, this guy is just amazing. The fact that he can clutch it out, that is great. But like you said, 4 a.m. just need to be the party pooper. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Eye shots, at least he's still around. And eye shots, this guy again is a survivor. How many times have we seen eye shots being the last man surviving and getting at least top 3, top 2 finishing just by himself, IC Baby?
Yeah, I still remember that moment where he actually clutched up in the sun, how he was tanking the zone, he got the final kill and won the winner. You know, insane run from Team Secret. MY. Unfortunately here, they need to pull the miracle run here. They've got 4 kills coming from Team Secret, but it is going to be iShots, the last man standing. How long can he go? And considering that Miramar, there are a lot of ways to go inside the circle, but seeing how the circle is going to be favoring towards Los Leonas now, that's going to be hard here. He's got to swing his way like a ninja, and I'm a little bit worried here for him because one wrong move and he's out for Team Secret MY. However, now Abrupt players here, they are going to be docking themselves in a couple of interesting positions here. They have a little advantage. Exactly the most ideal position you kind of want to set up a couple of roadblocks here because it's pretty noticeable from every single team, and the vehicles are pretty much going to be exposed on all angles in that regards here. As you can see, Zeus Esports will be the first team to actually scout that out, and they will completely dodge that roadblock completely there, Cloud.
Yeah, for Zeus Esports at this point, they need to aim for survivability first because in game number 1 today, they didn't really do that well. So now it's time for them to get some redemption. They are still in the running though to be the champions of the PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020 finals. So first thing you need to do is not to be eliminated early on, or even better, not. What? PWAAA, they could be the ones to stop them as we see that Chewy spots out his opponents here. The long range shot may come from Chewy, and yes, onto IC, and now IC is in trouble. He abandons his vehicle, but IC turns around. Are they going to try to go for the counter fire here? If they do, well, this terrain is just so hard to play. Just look at how rough. Doesn't really favor anyone.
It's still a little bit hard to actually too early to say who's going to be favoring as of now here. But momentarily here, we do see Zeus taking a little bit slow from this game here, considering that how aggressive they are from yesterday's performance. And game number 1 didn't exactly go into plan here. I'm looking for to see if Godless is going to be going for those insane red dot sprays here, because as of now, he tries to go for a little bit of shots in here. Don't exactly see anyone out in order yet, but it looks like he is going to try and scout ahead for the team to find the next place here, because sharing with them, it is going to be another team in the vicinity there, as things will get a little bit feisty here for the teams here, as the circle is going to be closing somewhere in the outskirts of Los Leonas potentially, or maybe even ending into the urban warfare here. Circle out.
Yeah, it could be. It still could be end up in an urban warfare. We just need to keep our eyes on how the circle actually shifts. But nevertheless, well, it's pretty early for us to lose one team, which is football so far. So now we have 15 more teams at least moving into the final few circles, and we'll be shown with the next circle really shortly. So it's still anyone's game really, especially if we move to the urban warfare. We haven't seen much urban warfare so far at the later stages of the game, so we'll be very interesting to see how these teams actually adapt. And oh, there you go, IC baby. The circle actually moves away from from any urban warfare. It's now back right out in the open.
Yep. And while it's going to be happening here, we do see Zeus. They are trying to find a way to actually make into the next phase circle. Looks like they will make the decision to tank the outside of the zone to try and rotate in. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams here with Kamina Power and also PWAAA is going to try and run straight into the next phase zone here. Fortunately for them, they are going to be A-okay. Meanwhile, Kamina Power, they are stuck in the open as well, and you can see the cars are coming in. PWAAA is making a little bit of life miserable for them here. Gonzo goes to the drop shot, touches it for team, gets 1, gets 2, and now he's going to try and slice the life here, because Two Stop is going to try and provide the assist against Kamina Power. Just like that, Kamina Power is going to bow out in 14th place as the third party comes in from multiple angles here. And we do see shots coming in from A1 Esports, going to be third party in this fight as well. And just like that, Kamina Power is out. PWAAA here, a force to be reckoned. Now, as of now, while that is pretty much another chapter closed here, another chapter begins because Alpha 7 gonna be making life visible from the eastern side here. RRQ gonna make a run in against Airwolf as well here. Hazelnut's gonna be the one to try and gatekeep their way through against RRQ. Year 11 already knocked out D2E, getting scout off from Potato as well. Big one here coming from Airwolf. As now Hazelnut is looking to go in for the push as well. Ernie is gonna be trapped as well. He sees the pixel. Hazelnut is looking for the shot. Can he go for his face? And he will come out on top. That's gonna be 3 men down from RRQ, and G9 being the last man standing. Airwolf, they know what's up. They're gonna go for the hug. G9 on the edge of the corner of the wall. He knows exactly where they are. He's being patient with his feet here. Now here comes the double push. G9 1v2 situation here, but he all by himself. It's up to Hazelnut punching for Airwolf. Well, he do it because G9 is gonna rack up some KP. He hears the move, but Hazelnut holding his gun down. He's gonna be in some trouble. He makes a run for it here. G9 catches him off guard, and now he's gonna be caught out. G9 clutches it for RRQ Athena all by himself. A big one here for G9. Good night, Airwolf.
Wow, big one from G9, 1v4, and he managed to secure that clutch. My goodness, G9, the man, the myth, the legend himself, managed to get that clutch with 4 kills against Arrow, the entire squad. Now we move over to Alpha 7 here, with the long range shot coming in from a box player, taking out Mafioso, and now Law is at the lower ground, but they are both in the zone at least, and we can then see that Swaggin is now in trouble. Swaggin maybe taken out at the same time. We can see that Leon have been knocked down by a toss of a nade. Swaggin will be picked up by Leon, and that's a grenade kill coming in from Leon as well. One nade did not land nicely. A Brown Slayer, Leon is still in this game. 4v2. Only the road is actually splitting them up, and at the same time, Power Boy have been finished off by Kengzo from Secret Jin.
Yep. Now this is going to be happening as well. Team Secret Jin as well as Navi. Gonna be in the vicinities here. Team Secret Jin a little bit spread off into the forces here. G9 is gonna try and provide a little bit of assist to third parties here, but he's all by himself at the moment here. Wow, we do see Alpha 7 gonna be looking to hunt themselves for some kills here. Meanwhile, Zeus, they are gonna be trapped in the warehouse here. 4 AM. He's gonna try and get them pincer here. The posts are coming in. It looks like the nades coming in from 4 AM is gonna continue here. Zeus possibly needing to find a way to exit their way through here. Meanwhile, we do hear a couple shots coming in from A1 Esports here from the sides as well, as the vehicles from Zeus Esports are slowly getting chipped away. 4 AM thinking about going for the push here, but looks like they have to rotate to the next phase. Seconds on the clock here. They have to make a move. 4 AM so lobbing the nades here. He's still thinking here. Do they go now? Because the rest of the teams are inside the next phase circle and they are looking for that hole here. Meanwhile, that's going to be happening here on the southern section here. We do see Alpha 7 going against up ASL. Law holding the level for 9. He goes for the spray, but Cherry won't go in for the clutch here and takes him down with the final shots of the Uzi. And that's going to be on top of that fight here, Cloud.
It almost felt like if he had that M249 just on auto fire, he would have wiped them all out. But then he kind of go for that burst fire mode. But well, at the end of the day, it's only a little bit more. Only probably that one shot, and he would have taken him out. But yeah, it was a really tough call as well because he didn't have enough vision. The smoke was active at that point, and now 4 AM, they're going to move on to the other side. They're going to leave the warehouse, and at the same time, you can see that Jin has been knocked down by Bigatron Red Aliens and Godless from Zeus Esports being knocked down by Sinister. Finished off by Soul for 4 AM. Oh, that shoulder shot onto Sinister from Luxy will not land his shot by Dante's Dante. Dante not down to tip himself out, and Dante have been knocked out by Luxy. Wow, what a nice long range shot with a mini 14 that King Joy at the same time been taken out by King, and Joel have been taken out with the plane zones, and GZ as well have been taken out, and Icy looks like he's down, and Secret Gen is officially out at 11th place. Icy.
Well, seeing how the circle is going to be going in as well here. This is going to be open fields between the warehouse, the junkyard, as well as potentially one of the couple straggles into his compound here. A lot of hiding spots with some of this team actually made it here. In this case, 4 AM, they managed to creep their way in, but Abingly, he's going to be trapped outside the zone, and the gatekeep coming from not just one team here. It's going to be 3 teams going to be running their targets onto the stun here. With a DPR on top of that, 4 AM does have a rough idea what's happening as well. Because as of now, you can see Liquid looking for the shot. Abingly get headshot. That's gonna be ably out of the picture here. Will bleed out of the zone. BTR will not get the point for themselves, but Zeus Esports will bow out in 10th place here. And look at this happening as well. A1 Esports. They are in some serious fire here, but the circle is gonna close in. Where is it gonna pop off here? Where is it gonna push here? Because Na'Vi has been laying low for quite some time now, as they are the closest to it over XQF, and guess what? They are also closest to the next phase of the zone. Because as of now, Na'Vi, they see what's up. They can take advantage of the situation here, because as of now, they're gonna go for the push here. As KDA is gonna be the next team that they are gonna be. Oh boy, actually gets stopped in the tracks of BTR Luxy. So Bigatron is going to make it a little bit easier for Na'Vi to get rotated in the circle here, because BTR, they are going to be the first one to hunt the northern section of this next phase zone. They are going to do the gatekeeping here for Bigatron Raid 8.
Yeah, they're going to go for the gatekeeping play. And a couple of teams on the outside still, as we can see that A1 Esports is still on the outside. 9 more seconds until the zone will close it. And this is a great location for Bigatron Raiders to gatekeep. They have a compound. They are obviously in the circle. It is perfect for them to gatekeep, especially for A1 Esports who's still on the outside. The last member for RRQ, Gina with that great clutch. Unfortunately, Gina will be taken out, and they will power at 9th place. A1 Esports now, they're finding it tough. As you can see here, Luxy is actually gatekeeping and taking out system for A1 Esports. Razy have taken out by Silk as well, and Leon X have been finished off by Kate from Nova XQF. Same goes for Razy. Will be taken out by Silk, and then that higher ground attack coming in from Sweat. Mesh getting one knocked down, and now Asaki coming in for another aggro. They're going to go for the flags here. 4 AM, one of the few that they still need to get into the zone. No more time, and Silk have been knocked down with a nice nade coming in from Soulless.
While this is happening as well, 4 AM slowly creeping their way through here. They know Bigatron is a threat, but before they focus and push towards Bigatron, A is going to be the ones that are going to be shooting them at the back here. 4 AM, they're trying to figure a way what's going to be the next strategy here, and DA is not making it easy because Solus hit a huge nade there. Cactus 2, 4 AM, 33 spent here. He's trying to keep things alive here, but that is not looking good because while all this is happening here, third parties from Disney, Na'Vi is going to provide the pressure here. Solus is going to get caught off a little bit more here. He's forced to queue up, but the circle is closing in bit by bit here. 4 AM, they have to make the push right now, and Exum is suddenly getting sprayed down here. He's actually burned by his own Molotov here, and that's not going to be looking too good here for KDA, as it's going to be Solus, the last man standing from DA, with Salim is pretty much knocked off, and 4 AM is gatekeeping their way through alongside with Na'Vi as well. Hitsy is not going to let Solus left out alive here from the western side here. Meanwhile, on the eastern side, Bigatron Raid lives with only 2 kills here, has proven to be a big force to be reckoned here, with Luxy holding the vantage ground here. They are looking to get a couple shots in. Core 5 will get a couple sprays in. Ryzen holding down the fort here. Yes, Core needs to tank the zone here. He's going to play the healing game. Does he have enough time? And he will have enough time to be A-OK. So Core will live to tell another day here. He plays the healing game, but 4 AM and BTR can go head to head now. As Bigatron wrap things up a little bit quickly here as they go in for the trade. Up the day here, trying to finish off 32%. Asaki looking to go in for the save, but literally no. Creeping behind the third party here is going to be Na'Vi going for the push as well. While 4 AM is struggling their way through it. Na'Vi is coming from behind. A huge nade coming from Ryzen. Will finish off Hasaki and 33 Swan. And so has something to say about that. Can he lobs one over? He goes one. Doesn't seem to connect. They are going to reset the fight for Bigatron Raid Aliens. At 4 AM, he will lose out on this fight here because little did they know. Na'Vi crept up behind. They are going to be joining this fight. They're losing a lot of fight here, but Na'Vi will come up on top, taking out the members from 4 AM and also Bigatron as well. With the vantage and numbers gained advantage of this here, Na'Vi is going to be pretty happy with this fight here because the nades are coming in. Bigatron in some serious trouble on top of that here.
Like you said, literally Na'Vi coming in on top because now they managed to get themselves on the top of the hill at this point. And then nade from Smoke, could this be a huge hit to the right? Whoa! What a nade there coming in from Smoke! Holy smoke! That's getting knocked down to Ryzen, and now Bigatron Red Illness only has Dracula to activate that Old Boy now. Wow! What a flick there coming in for Old Boy, taking out Smoke at the same time. They still have the big advantage, and there are 40 members still active here for Na'Vi. get the high ground as well. It's hard for them to actually lose it. They are in the circle at the same time. Jin's one, Jin's ready for 4 a.m. Jin's get one low down onto 6 a.m. But Jin's will finish off, and now we can see that 4 a.m. will be eliminated at third place. So it's between Navi and Bigatron Red, the winner with the chicken dinner goes to Navi!
Navi finally getting the chicken dinner they deserve here. What a phenomenal run here coming from Old Boy and Smoke. A big nade coming from from Smoke as top there as well. So great stuff coming from Navi. They take the chicken dinner second one for today here. But is it going to be enough points for them to pull their ranks here? Because Bigatron Raid Aliens here, 2 games in a row, very consistent run here. Top 3 finishes all the way through. And looks like Bigatron has something to say for today as well, as the current PMWL East champion is trying to take the crown away from some of his best teams all the way through here. And seeing how this went down here, Navi seems like they figured out their proper strategy here. Yesterday it was a little bit sloppy coming from them, a little bit low key as well. But today they're fighting back. They're doing some serious work as well. On top of that, here's the Cloud.
Really. We can see that they are really persistent. They really want this. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the highlights. Do the deal moments from the previous round. If you missed the action, where were you? So much action happened in the previous round. My goodness. And we just saw that little bit of a highlight from Team Secret with you high managed to get a clutch. But then again, it was a moment as of the 4 a.m. to actually butt in from the long range shot coming in from Silk at that moment. Really had to be the pawn into Team Secret's plan, leaving iShot the last man standing for Team Secret, and this is Nova actually up as well, putting a lot of pressure, actually eliminating the entire Secret Jin squad. Yama, a map where long range shots, long range snipes, especially when it's the 4th or 5th circle, that's where the specialty is. But this is prime position for Bigatron Raid Aliens. From this angle, from this location, they were able to farm out kills from multiple teams trying to get into the zone, IT baby.
And seeing how it actually went down in the final circle, right? Like, I'm surprised Ryzen was able to hold out as long as he could, considering that Navi had the upper hand, they had the information to begin with, and they went in for the finish, which was phenomenal here. But that's pretty much the end of the circle, right? Let's take a little recap of how it all went down for Team Secret. Look at this. This was pretty much the fight that Team Secret and Footballers kind of had like a fatal encounter, not once, but a second rematch rivalry between Footballers, with Footballers actually losing out in that fight, which is pretty unfortunate there for Cloud. And I'm pretty sure that Footballers, they are not too happy with what exactly went down. However, another interesting part was that on the screen here we did see RR2 and also Airwolf, which we saw a brilliant moment coming from G9, which was I did not expect G9 to come up on top, but he played it extremely smart in that situation there, Sir Cloud.
Absolutely. G9. I always say that G9 has inhuman reflexes, and he has just shown it to us again. Not only because of his reflexes, he managed to get that clutch. His smartness, his intelligence of the play, how he moves around, how he actually just damages his opponent, and the moment he knows that, okay, I got enough damage onto my opponent, I just follow him up to the second floor and finish him off. My goodness, we can see how such brilliance, because during the league stages it's more of the other players, more of like Beard, more of Ernie, but G9 finally stepping up against where his team leader in the most, coming up with that clutch, securing at least 4 points from that and more placement points indeed. So G9, well done to you.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a long time here, especially coming from RQ. But nevertheless, here Navi will well deserve it here, because as of now here, this could be the video reward guest here, where all you guys watching at home as well, you can be a pro viewer by just watching the entirety of the stream here and start guessing, making your guesses on who is gonna be the ones that take the chicken dinner for every single game here. But game number 2 is gonna be Navi that takes the winner chicken dinner here, and we are also giving daily prize pool of 10 mil AG and also 1 mil UC vouchers to be given away here if you get them all correctly here out of all top 8 here. And as of now, up on screen here, we're gonna see what is gonna be happening on the thus far. Guess what? Nova SQF here still remaining at the top here, reigning supreme of them all with 253 points here, followed by 4 AM with that top 3 finish here, will get himself 244 points. US Esports a little bit unfortunate there in the map Miramar, finishing in 10th place early on here, will fall down towards the 3rd place here with 233 points here. So Cloud, this top 3 seems to be a never-ending shift here thus far, but the Chinese teams is going to be top 2 for now here, Sir Cloud.
It really it's a never-ending shift on the top 3. But let's also look at the top 4, which could climb up to the top 3 as well. Navi with 199 points. Bigatron Red is only 2 points difference from Navi with 197 points. Konina Power, no chicken dinner thus far, but they are still at being one of the top contenders here. 180 points at 6th place. 7th place Team Secret, 177 points. 8th place KDA with 175 points. Secret Jin coming in 9th place, 157 points. Alpha 7, 152 points at 10th place. 11th place goes to RRQ Athena, 150 points. Arrowwolf, the most chicken dinners on the second half of our charts, 147 points at 12th place. Footballist with 144 points, 13th place. Our AAA, 14th place at 114 points. 15th place goes to A1 Esports, 104 points. And at currently 16th place, Abrupt Slayers with 102 points.
Yeah, a great run there coming from the teams thus far here, but I'm really liking to see how things are going to be happening here, especially coming from Navi, because as of now, with that chicken, I have made it towards the top 4 now, and seeing how the performance from Game 2 here, I'm really liking how it all went down here. But of course, they have not break the 200 mark here. Things are going to be a little bit rough here, because we are down towards the final 6 games, which is going to be coming out later on here. Can they pull it off? Because on screen right now, it's going to be the MVP for that particular match here. Titsi coming from with 2 kills, 881 damage. This is formidable of him here, considering that how much long range shot he did in that particular round as well. The snipes coming in from this guy is phenomenal there. So Cloud.
The snipes coming in from this guy is phenomenal. We always talk about old boy, but I think a lot of us always forget about this guy. Tixi, he is the man of the hour. I'm glad that he actually gets a mention in this round as our MVP for this round with 2 kills and of course 881 damage, and of course no doubt getting a win-win dinner. Tixi has been the backbone for Navi, providing great support for his team in coming into this, and of course a lot of the successes that Navi got throughout the grand finals and the chicken dinners that they got, the placement points. This guy has been the backbone for his team. So congratulations for Tixi. Finally you got your mention on the PMGC Grand.
Oh no! Seeing how the kill damage went down here, I feel bad for Bigatron Radiant, honestly. Like, they did so much damage. Look at this, 3,189 here. I think partially the most of the amount of damage here was done pretty much by Luxy. It was pretty much on the vantage point of the warehouse. He did, I think, we got a couple of knocks by him here, where every single team got shot by him all the way through here. So it's no surprises they've got so much damage. But what's really sad about that is that they've only got 4 kills on top of that, because a lot of those kills that actually happened here, Navi got a lot. They've proved to be a force to be reckoned with on the southern side, especially with that fight against 4 AM as well as DA, if you remember it correctly here, especially when Navi was third party against the Chinese team. So there was a really chaotic fight, but Navi came out on top. They took advantage of the situation. They just shredded their way through in that circle.
The team with the best value here, as you can see on the chart, is good Team Secret with 489 damage and 4 kills. So it's the best value amongst all. But here's the match summary here. So we can see Meku getting the highest kill, 4 kills for himself, and Dixie coming with the longest distance kill, 262 meters, and Leon from his team, getting grenade kill percentage of 25%, and Matic coming with the longest travel, 14,617 meters, and we have Dixie again with the highest assist. So 4 players from Navi actually making it onto the match summary. So congratulations to Navi. What a great performance they have in this round, and of course Dixie, again, like I mentioned, this guy needs to be mentioned a little bit more for the side of Navi. For him to be showing up twice in the match summary highlights here is just an amazing recognition for this guy. So congratulations to all for cards here taken up by Navi and Leon taking up one of the cards. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be watching the overall stats here, ICD.
Yep, 52 total kills here. So we did see a couple of suicide attempts here in that regards here. Possibly about like 8 about 12 players kind of just denied KPs away from tanking the zone as well here. We did see a lot of things happen as well. Total knockouts was 62 happen here. I would say at least 50% of this was in the hands, I would say, victims of Bigatron raiding into the middle as well. They got a couple of knocks here. We saw Luxy kind of got a couple really good knocks. Unfortunately, just could not seal the deal with BTR only taking 4 kills, which is very unfortunate of them. However, total UC was going to be 9,276 here, no surprises. Total is about 19 here, a lot of battle attrition. But Tixie with the 262 meter shot, that was pretty intense as well, because Tixie early on he had a little bit of a spray down. I believe they did catch out, I think, one of the members from Zeus Esports, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Nova, if I'm not mistaken. But as of now, before we get a little bit more details here, let's take a little recap on how it all went down, right? First things first here, the circle was kind of pranking everybody in a sense, where it might be in the vicinities of Los Leonas, but unfortunately it didn't exactly happen. It was actually going to be pushing out everyone outside of Los Leonas here, where Bigatron was smacked into the wall in the warehouse. It was the time where, hey, Bigatron, you know, we know what we're gonna do. We gotta play in the middle here, and we're gonna destroy everybody, and which they did. They did a lot of damage, but eventually
was doing so much damage. They were
just pressuring everyone in that vicinity. But eventually, the fight on the southern side was kind of cleared out by Navi. And 4 AM
especially when they had
that small run in.
Don't want to miss out for game number 3. But of course, before that, let's check this out.
Yeah, exactly here. For those guys watching at home as well here, each day in the PMGC live competition, we are actually having different goals and prizes every single day here. So for today, guys, our live streaming goal is actually 2.5 million viewers. And once our live viewing audience reach to 2.5 million here, we'll be giving away a lucky draw in the live chat here with 12 OnePlus APs to be given out here, as well as 12 OnePlus buds to be given out. On top of that as well, we will also be giving out extra 2 PMGC 23 crates if we reach our goal anytime between match 1 and match 2. So for these guys watching as well here, keep sharing keep telling every single one as well. Tell your friends to come over, call your family here, practice social distancing, and remember to watch here. And of course, to stand a chance to walk away with these amazing prizes here, all you gotta do is just type in #PMGCX1Plus to enter the lucky draw. And like I said once again, today's live viewers here is gonna be 2.5 million here.
The battle won for glory. All our brothers in arms feel the fire. We're conquerors, never back down. The battle won for glory. Our survival, the challenge will never be over. This is the race, it's not the end game.
gentlemen here, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020 Finals here. My name's IC Baby 12. Join with me is going to be Sir Cloud. We're going to be taking you through the journey of the Global Championship here for today. The final day has arrived, ladies and gentlemen here. 2 games has passed and we're down towards the final.